Hello and welcome to Cargo Shots from the Straits Times, powered by Group Concorde. Here's our pick of the best news shots that made the headlines this week.
TIAC's June economics briefing, powered by Clive, brings with it interesting data points for the month. Let's take a look. According to the briefing, the cooling transatlantic market saw average air cargo rates dip 30% between April and June. So what is causing this decline in air freight rates? Let's get into that after a look at the top stories. ANA Holdings on Tuesday announced that it has reached an agreement with the Boeing company to convert two orders for the Boeing 777-9 aircraft to Boeing 777-8F cargo aircraft. The order for 20 B777-9 aircraft was announced on March 27, 2014. The aircraft will be introduced into service on or after the 2028 fiscal. The announcement reflects ANA Holdings' plan to further expand its cargo business by securing large freighters and replacing the domestic fleet's smaller planes with more fuel-efficient aircraft. CEVA Logistics on Wednesday announced that it has closed the acquisition of Spedag Interfreight, an international freight forwarding expert covering several countries in East Africa. All customary closing conditions have been finalized, including receiving regulatory approvals by relevant authorities. CEVA purchased the logistics entity from the M+R Spedag Group, a family-owned transport and logistics company headquartered in Switzerland. NYSE-listed Bristow Group has signed a letter of intent with Elroy Air to pre-order 100 Chaparral hybrid electric cargo vertical takeoff and landing or VTOL aircraft. The Chaparral will be the first of its kind VTOL aircraft dedicated to cargo movement to be introduced into Bristow's aircraft fleet. After nearly a year of deliberations, the Port Authority of New York and New Jersey announced last week that it has called off its 20-year lease agreement with Amazon Incorporated to set up a cargo facility at the Newark Liberty International Airport. The Port Authority's Chief Operating Officer, Huntley Lawrence, said that the Port Authority and Amazon were unable to reach an agreement on final lease terms. The August 2021 agreement had met with a lot of opposition, rife with protests against Amazon leasing two buildings situated at the Newark Liberty International Airport and also the proposed 250,000 square feet global air cargo campus. Swissport has launched a pilot trial with an unmanned automated guided vehicle, or AGV for short, at its new cargo center at Frankfurt Airport. In a long-term test, the AGV has been substituting the manual transport of cargo. Swissport is testing the AGV together with Lodige Industries. According to Dirk Govertz, Global Cargo Chair at Swissport, the AGV has the potential to increase the efficiency, flexibility and safety of Swissport's air cargo handling services. Jan Pechstein, the Senior Director of Corporate Emissions Management and Sustainable Aviation Fuels at the Lufthansa Group, said the first solar fuel-powered Lufthansa flight may soon be a reality, taking off in less than 2 years. Pechstein revealed the proposed plan in response to a question from the Straits Times at the Lufthansa Cargo Sustainability Conference held at Frankfurt Airport on Thursday, saying that the first solar fuel-powered flight may be taking off sooner than people think. The solar fuel will be provided by the renewable energy startup Synhelion. The startup converts solar energy into kerosene using their breakthrough sun-to-liquid technology. During the event, Lufthansa Cargo also presented its Sustainability Update 2022, which provides an overview of measures and projects already implemented on the way to carbon neutrality. Lufthansa Cargo said it will derive its own emissions target from the Lufthansa Group's validated science-based targets. Now let's get back to TIACA's percentage figure. The TIACA Clive briefing attributed this drop in air freight rates to global air cargo volumes that dipped again in June, down 8% year-on-year, with additional summer airline capacity continuing to apply a downward pressure on air freight rates, especially in the North Atlantic, which has seen a 30% decline over the past 3 months. The briefing also said that the demand in the general air freight market in June was minus 7% compared to 2019 and follows the minus 8% drop in volumes reported by Clive for May 2022. And that's a wrap for this week's episode. This is your host Manjula Nair signing off and wishing you a great weekend ahead.
For the latest news on air freight, visit our website. Follow us on Twitter, LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, and subscribe to our weekly newsletter. Give our YouTube channel a visit and subscribe to access our past webinars and virtual conferences and access exclusive one-on-one interviews with global logistics leaders. Thank you for tuning in to Cargo Shots by the Straits Times, powered by Group Concorde. See you next week with a fresh roundup of cargo news makers.